the day after, right? You gotta let that shit mellow. First, you gotta do all the work with the soup, right? Put in the ingredients, spices, and shit. Stir the bitch, right? First thing, soup, stew, shit, bad. It ain't hitting. Once it mellows, once it works itself up, hitting. Every
You
time.
know,
Soup the day after, busting.
is it though? All right, you know what I hate about the soup the day after? It might not be a soup thing, it might be a ramen thing, but it's basically the same thing. It gets this little film over top of it where things just congeal and sit on top, and it's just like a thick, almost like plastic looking top over top of it because it's just been sitting out so long. Maybe it's because I don't put it in the fridge and it just sits on the counter all day. And I might be doing soup wrong, but I heard that you can eat soup at room temperature. Is that not a thing?
It is a thing. You can use soup. I wouldn't recommend it. All I have to say is when our conversations get up, it's like ours is like clear soup. You put it in, you do it even it's good the day after. Sometimes the fat falls comes up the top and you gotta skim it, but who knows? Welcome to the Unsolicited Counseling Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm your boy Jermaine.
And this your boy Martin.
And welcome to a new year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 2024 is
No,
finally here. We made it. They didn't say we were gonna make it. They said we weren't gonna make it. They always ask you, what would you do if you didn't win? I guess we'll never know. Welcome to 2024, new season of Unsolicited Counseling Podcast, season 4, baby. I lost count. But we've known this for a while now. This is like our third year of Unsolicited Counseling.
Damn, has it really been? Yeah, it's been our third year unsolicited counseling. We did like a middle of the way transition with season 3, but yeah, man, it's been a lot of a year of change, a year of discovery, a year of figuring our shit out, and the world has changed. Still, it is like I mean, all right, look, let me get something off my chest. Let me get something off my chest
All right.
right there. Well,
Yeah,
hold that.
preacher.
Can you tell me why? Like, all right, I'm gonna listen to a lot of other podcasts, right? And now I listen to our podcast from time again. You know, to edit, to listen back, and stuff like that. Kind of prepare for this episode. And I'm like, damn, bro. I feel like out of other podcasts, we're actually pretty chill. We laugh and shit, but it ain't like hold your ears. Motherfuckers be screaming at the podcast. It's like, hey, let me tell you something. They going in, bro, and I'm just like, I don't feel like I need that type of aggression in my life. I feel like we can be. I could be wrong. Maybe we doing something different when it comes to podcasts because I feel like my mama taught me to use my inside voice.
Well, you know what it really is? It's the fact that we're so comfortable with each other that we don't gotta yell. We can be civilized and have a good conversation about what's going on. Yeah, it might get a little ratchet, but I don't gotta scream at you to tell you that eating ass is okay. Like you know that. Like it's a common understanding between the two of us that like eating ass is a thing that we do on this podcast, not on air.
No, not on air.
Like it's
in
a
the comfort of
prerequisite
our
to
own
be
homes.
a host. It's a prerequisite to be a host. Shout out to Catherine because she was the one who taught us how to eat ass on the
camera. And we can say this because she's not here to defend herself. But no, it's true. We have a banter. We have a relationship that we can discuss things in a calm manner. I'm not saying we boring. Look, we ain't boring. We never boring.
There ain't nothing boring about this podcast.
Nothing boring. I ain't like them old geriatric people on PBS and No, I love NPR, but sometimes, bro, I need y'all to show me some personality. Look, I get it. Y'all got people telling you like, hey, yo, act like this. You have to enunciate and use perfect grammar. You gotta keep it. Don't get people too excited. You gotta use this one tone. No, bro, we ain't doing that. But I ain't going off on you like my boy Shannon Sharp be doing. Talk about
Oh, hey, skip. Hey,
look, man, I love him. He's my inspiration. But that's all I feel like our podcast is that middle ground. And then I feel like if you want to have conversations with us, enjoy the content and stuff, again, it's been a big year. thank you for all the subscribers that have joined and listened to our podcast this year. It's been a great year. It's been a year of change, and y'all been on along the way with us. So first, I want to say thank you. And yeah, man, it's been. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in 2020. Fuck, is it four?
2024. It's a
Oh
new
shit!
year. I know it's not easy. You know, the worst thing about the new year starting is when you have to start writing it down. Like, I take notes for my job, and you know, back in high school and grade school, you have to put the date in the top right. Were you the top right date or top left or middle of the
You're a
page? A lot of
sociopath. You did top left. It's top right.
It's top right. It's definitely top right.
Hold on,
So it's
wait.
like your name on
Literally,
the left, your date on the top right. But sometimes, you know, I put it like name, date, and like subject on the right side. There's a lot of different ways to go about it.
look,
The
man.
point
I
is,
said
when you're writing it down for the first time at the start of the year, you're always putting last year's date. And there's always that one goofy motherfucker who's like, "Oh, I didn't know we did this in the past." Like,
oh
man,
my
shut your
god.
goofy ass up.
How many people told you I'll see you next year?
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
benefit, one benefit of me taking this week off or like last week off was the fact that I didn't have to be around people that say, "Oh, see you next year." No, you see me next week.
Oh,
You'll see me next week because it's not like we're going a whole other year, bro. It's like literally the calendar changed. All you had to do was throw away a calendar and put up another one. Don't You're not. No one's paying you to be the next Dave Chappelle or Adam Sandler or Hannibal Buress. You're not getting paid for this. Leave it to the professionals. I feel like that joke was made in 1800s when they first got calendars. When they first understood that the sun went around. That's way before.
and just wait till the first time you go into the office in the year 2024. There's going to be a joke like, "Man, I haven't been here since last year." Ha ha ha! Like the small talk
Oh,
things are going to be so corny. And you know what? I'm already sick of it. I'm already over 2024. Let's get to 2025. It's going to be a brighter day. You don't have to think about all these corny jokes. But you know, as we start every podcast, we like to say, "How are we doing?" So tell me, bro, how you doing? I know you just took a week off. So how you feeling?
I'm doing look, man. I've been doing good, man. I've been doing good. Like my haven't been going to therapy in the past. I think it was damn near like 2 months. I haven't been to therapy because I missed the appointment. So I was
You
like,
missed the appointment. Are you paying for these appointments and
I'm
missing
not paying
them?
for these appointments. I just missed it because
Uh,
I took between that therapy sessions. I was also off, and so my therapy appointments are on the calendar that I have on my work phone, not my regular
gotcha.
phone, my work phone. So missed it, but honestly, like doing the work and the journaling, meditation stuff, still good, man. It's still good. Christmas was great. Just in a good headspace and looking back on photos, and I'm thinking about posting. I've been dipping my toe and posting on Instagram and stuff because I want to not do a lot of like influencer shit and or like where everybody just posts everything. They can just post dumb shit. Which is fine. Sometimes post dumb shit. It's funny. But I want to be that dude. I want to make an intention to be like, I want to post things that is meaningful, nothing to like glorify, but to like inspire. Like photos that I've taken is like, oh, you can do this too. It's not like, look, I'm a shit photo taker. But I want to show people that I did stuff, stuff like that. So it's been a good year. It's been a good week. Just been reflecting, thinking about stuff, relaxing, playing like Dragon Quest. Fuck it is. I think 11. So picked up this old game that I never beat, the RPG. Trying to beat that and playing Valhalla. So overall, good. Been good week. Relaxing, chill. Definitely needed after the holidays. How you doing, bro? How you been?
I am. I don't know how I'm doing. We were talking before the podcast about how I've started getting back into running after basically being 2 months off because I had a cold, I had freaking chicken pox, then I had a cruise, and then I had COVID. So it was like four C's, the four deadly C's happening back to back to back to back, which really stunted my training goals. So, as you guys may or may not know, marathon is in like 35 days. So I
Woo!
am right there. It's almost time, and that's like one of my goals 2024. But it's just like I took so many steps back from being sick and being ill that like I'm not where I should be for this marathon. So there's like a little bit of anxiety that comes with that. I might not be as prepared as I wanted to be. It's almost like a carbon copy of what happened last year with the freaking
Oh
half
shit,
marathon.
you're right.
Because the half marathon, I like had a knee injury and I couldn't run, and then it was like 2 weeks later, I was like, hey, I feel okay enough to do this. Like my knee still hurts, but I'm still go for it. And now it feels like this all happens again, where something traumatic happens, and I gotta make sure I get ready really quickly for this race. So, I mean, such is life, right? Shit happens. You just gotta power through and get through it. Um, so getting ready for that. But on the positive side, I've been off work for the last 2 weeks. This is my third week off, and work starts back up next week. But it's been relaxing. Like I said, the cruise was nice. Got to sit on the boat, keep my feet up, just think more and get more comfortable and understanding who I am. This week was more or less the same. I've just been playing video games. I finished Mario RPG. Still grinding in Madden. Still, I don't know why, but I'm still doing my fantasy football thing, even though I'm playing for seventh place right now. Like, I'm just relaxed. I'm at the most peaceful I've ever been, but also like anxious for the next year because there's a lot of things that I have to do that I want to do next year, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys about. And that's what this episode is about. We're gonna do a recap of 2023 goals that we mentioned back in season 2, episode 1. Mm-hmm. And see how far we've come, see if we accomplished all the things we wanted to do, and then establish new goals for you guys. So really excited about this episode, man. I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it too, and I want to dive into it, but as we always do, before we get into the meat of the episode, we always asking what we drinking. So, what you drinking, bro?
Oh.
As you put
all
down
right,
the
so I
bottle.
got 2 drinks for you. So I'm going to preface you. I didn't tell you anybody that I didn't tell Jermaine before we got on the podcast I'm going to do this. But in the middle of the podcast, I'm just going to stop talking. And I'm going to talk about what I'm drinking next. Because right now, I'm drinking the Stella Artois, zero alcohol by volume, non-alcoholic Stella. I love this. This is my go-to non-alcoholic beer. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 every time. Because it tastes like a Stella without the repercussions. Like, I'm not going to feel like shit tomorrow after drinking this. But I also have a second drink called Bolt House Farms Immunity Berry Superfood Mix. Something like this. I don't know. I was in Safeway earlier, and I was like, let's try something new. Always, it's like this one area where they have like superfood, protein, all this kind of stuff there. And I was like, let me try something here. It never works out. But it's New Year, and I feel like I'm not going to say new me, but it's a new year, and I'm giving it another chance because, life's all about second chances, and I don't think this is going to let me down. So in the middle of the episode, once I finish this beer, I'm going to start talking about this and rating this drink. As of right now, the Stella Artois, 9 out of 10. What you drinking, bro?
All right, so I'm drinking a Christmas gift one of my coworkers gave me. It's the Dashfire White Russian. I've had their what is it called? Manhattan before. Manhattan, great. 9 out of 10. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much. I'm drinking it, but it's just like I feel like the flavor is like very weak. I put an ice cube in it because it said put an ice cube in it. I don't know if that watered it down, but bro, it shouldn't have watered it down that much. That feels like I'm just drinking cold milk with a spice in it, and I hate it. So I'm gonna give
it.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was thinking to myself. I was like, do you drink milk by itself?
I don't drink milk by itself.
Or is that an inherently white thing?
It's bro, like I think it was crazy to me when I saw on Get Out where old girl was eating Cheerios dry with a glass of milk. The only time I've had a glass of milk was with milk and cookies. And even then I can eat cookies without milk. But I cannot drink milk by itself. I feel like that's a very like kid or a white thing because or chocolate milk. I can drink chocolate milk if it got protein.
Chocolate milk I drink.
Yeah.
I drink the chocolate milk. The regular white whole milk, I will never drink that. Even like when I dipped my cookies in, I would pour the milk out. My dad would be furious. He'd be like, "What are you doing?" I was just like, "People don't drink milk unless it's in the cereal." Like the only time I will drink milk if it's like at the bottom of the cereal. It got all the sugar from the Frosted Flakes or the Wheaties or whatever the hell I was eating. It don't hit the same with Wheaties, but like Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, all your sugary
Oh,
cereals,
100%,
that
bro.
sugar milk.
All the
You
crumbs.
can bottle it up and sell it. You can bottle it up and sell it. I don't know why they don't do it. They probably did. It probably didn't work out, but
Yeah, it probably
great
was
drink.
like giving people diabetes way too fast. Like,
Maybe. But like that's the only time I drink milk. But it made me think to myself, you said you put an ice cube in it. And I was like, if people who drink, you know what? We're going to put a poll. People who drink milk, do you put ice in your milk or you just drink it without the ice?
look,
Because
man,
like I feel like watering down milk seems wrong.
I feel like just drinking milk straight is wrong. Like, I mean, I just got to the fact that I can eat mayonnaise now. I know you're a mayonnaise hater. I know, bro. I know. I can eat mayonnaise, but only a specific, if I can make it myself or a specific brand and very sparingly. Look, man, Undercover Brother ruined everything. That probably was the same thing. They had milk probably in Undercover Brother too. Look, it
Listen, the
could
funny
be.
part about
Let us know in the comments.
the funniest thing about the mayo comment was because recently my wife, she was trying to make like a sandwich. She was trying to make like a salmon sandwich or something like that. So she was like, "Where's the mayonnaise?" And I was like, "Oh, this is a black household. We don't keep mayonnaise in here." No, I bought mayonnaise a while back, and I was like, "I don't know. It's probably expired," and I threw it out. I don't know. So she's like, no, I know I bought mayonnaise. I just don't know where it is, blah, blah, blah. So she went down to the store and got some new mayonnaise. And I was like, I saw her come up and she's putting some in the fridge. I was like, what is that? She's like, oh, it's mayonnaise. I was like, all right. So I got my eyes on this mayonnaise. It might not make it to 2024. Full disclosure, we're recording before 2024, but listen, I just have such a disdain for mayonnaise. It's so gross.
It's
Like, I
one
don't
of
know
the
how
worst
people eat it.
condiments. But you have you had a deviled egg before?
Listen,
I'm not gonna
don't do
ruin it.
that.
I'm not gonna do it to
Let's
you.
not do that. We just said we don't yell in this podcast, and you about to start a fight because like double egg is a different thing. It's not just mayonnaise mixed into it.
You right. You got Dijon
There's a
mustard.
lot of
You right. My
there's a
bad.
lot of
I'm
things that
gonna
go into
step back.
it. I don't like tomatoes, but I eat the fuck out of some ketchup. Like it's different. It's different. All right, so
Hey yo,
go ahead,
hey.
go ahead. Keep talking about how you eat mayonnaise and drink milk. Go ahead,
All right, look,
undercover.
man. Hey, look, you might be catching me slipping. You might see me at like Clayton Bigsby out here, but that's to say, I really hate this White Russian. Why was it invented? I don't know. I think it was literally White Russian. They just said I want to hate everything, so I'm gonna make vodka and milk. Why? Like you probably had some other shit, bro. Like probably vodka and beer is better. 2 out of 10. I can't, bro. Like I remember one person I took out the drink for their 21st birthday. Yes, I remember and sadly it was a homie. This man said, I was like, oh, what you want to drink, bro? We got beer, we can take shots of tequila, vodka, gin, you want a G&T. So I'm telling him everything, right? Because I learned he ain't finish college, so he ain't have the experience. He was like, I want a white Russian because I've never had a white Russian before. And I was like, you sure you want to do that? Yeah, bro. When they met, even the bartender was like, you sure? You knew at that point. It was like, man, this man had one sip and spit it out. He was like, this is the worst thing ever. And I was like, yes. So 3 out of 10. Anyways, before I get on this soapbox and talk shit about this White Russian, we're gonna do a recap of what we said our goals are gonna be in 2023, and want to see if we how it manifested, if it happened, and yeah, we're gonna just like dive right in. So, shoot, I'll start. Like, I know last year I said I wanted to complete the race,
Mm-hmm.
go to Mexico. I wanted to be fluent in Spanish. Y'all ain't see it. I said air quotes in Spanish. Get a job in games and lose weight. I think those are my big ones. I basically travel more as well, but out of all those, I feel like I lost weight. I didn't lose like the number on the scale weight, but I lost fat and gained muscle. Went thank you. Uh Finished the race. So that was crazy. So finished the race. That was one of my biggest, I would say one of my biggest achievements was finishing that race because I didn't know what I was gonna do or how I get through it. And I did travel a lot. I traveled a couple places with Martin. Went to Charleston. I think that was the main place we went to this year together. So we did
Yeah.
that, and I also traveled to Baltimore, Cancun, Mexico, and I did like snowboarding. I did a whole bunch of random shit. I did archery. I did some other like I try to do like keep myself busy, and I didn't get into the game studio, but that's a work in progress. And French, Spanish fluency, not there yet. It's close though. I'm getting there. Like I can
You working
understand
on it.
there. Huh?
You working on it. Un
I'm
cerveza,
working on it.
please.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So overall, I feel like this year was good. I feel like my mental health has done a lot. It's been going through a lot. It's been ups and downs, but I feel like the the intentions I put out, I didn't completely get all of them, but I gotten a lot closer. And I look back of where I started, I just see growth. So even like my workouts and my programming skills, my Spanish ability, like even though I'm not there yet, it's definitely a lot better than it was yesterday. So that's what I got out of it was even if you don't make your goal, like completely make your goal, if you can look back and see where you were and to where you are now, I feel like that's giving yourself grace, and you will see that you've done a lot more that you said. If you were like maintained it, like if you continued the route and didn't give up, like you'll be wonders. Like it's one of those things like they talk about like success isn't made overnight. It happens gradually. And it just when someone sees the end product, they were like, damn, like I haven't seen you in shit, I don't know, fucking 2 years. Like you're like this, but they don't see the countless days, hours, and stuff that you put through to get there. Consistency is key. So that's what I got out of that. Consistency, consistency, consistency.
And
What
just
about
to
you,
add
man?
off, back off what you just said, like success isn't linear. People
Mm.
don't see the hard work that's done behind closed doors. Like success, people think success just looks like this. It's like a straight line. But sometimes it's like this, and it comes down, and it comes back up, and your motivation goes down, but you're still dedicated to the process. It's like the dedication, the determination, the discipline to keep doing what you need to do to get to that point is far more important than just the want or the motivation. It's like being disciplined to it when it sucks. When you have a day where it doesn't feel right. You're like even with running right now for me, it's like I had a horrible run Monday, and I was like, you know what? Let me just stick to it. The next day might be better. It wasn't that much better, but it was a little bit better. And then like today, I'm like, oh, I feel great. Like I felt like I had a really good run for where I thought I was gonna be. So, and thinking back to my 2023 goals, I had running a half marathon, which I ran with you, Jermaine, and yeah, came in dead last amongst my friends. It wasn't a competition, but it kind of felt like it at the
All
time.
right.
But it
Shout
is
out to
what it
Aaron.
is. I came in last place. I was the least healthy of the bunch, so it didn't surprise me. I was 10, 15 pounds heavier than I am now, so it
What?
is what it is. Speaking of that, number two, losing weight. Lost 15 pounds. It's been a really good year for me in that regard. It did go back up a little bit with the holidays and not being able to be active, but I'm pretty confident that it's coming down really fast now, so we're good there. Number three I had was traveling to a different country. Went to Paris this year for my anniversary with my wife. And we also ended up in Ireland as part of that because of a flight cancellation. So I'm counting it. We didn't really explore Ireland, but we were out there. So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take it.
That's awesome.
Um, we were there for like all of 50 minutes before we got on to the next flight. We were there. Uh, Another one I had, a podcast related one. I said that I wanted to get video for the pod. by like June. I don't know when we started putting videos on. I could probably look back at the tape. But we have videos for the Power on YouTube now, so you guys can look at us and see how we react with one another. And I think the podcast is better for it. It feels more genuine and real when you can have that one-on-one, face-to-face conversation and see me, Jermaine, Catherine just having a good time. So, got the video. More polls. I said I was going to post polls on the IG. Now, hear me out. Technically, I did this.
That's true.
Now, was I consistent? The consistency wasn't there. It fell off. And the IG page as a whole had fell off a little bit. And that's like, it'll tie into my 2024 goals. I'll leave you guys guessing and waiting for that. Keep you on pins and needles. Now here goes the failures.
Oh,
First
failures.
I have 2 failures. The first failure, I did not visit 2 new states in 2023. I didn't go to any new states. I went all places I was comfortable with, things that I knew, and I was like, you know what? I'm sticking my bread and butter. I didn't go anywhere new, so that was a failure. But that's small in comparison to the biggest failure of 2023. Before I tell you this failure, let me talk about another failure. We have Bolthouse Farms. It is an immunity berry superfood boost. It is hot. It's a 100% fruit juice smoothie with vitamin C and E. It has 3 1/4 quarter servings. Yeah, this is horrible. I'm like, I'm gonna drink it because it's supposed to be healthy or whatever. Like, I might take some medicine with it. It tastes like Robitussin. Like,
hell yeah, bro. Hey, yo, give me some of that shit. I fuck up some
like
Robitussin,
it
bro.
tastes like I feel high. Like I feel like I don't mean that, but like I feel like I'm gonna be high if I drink all of this, and not in a good way. Like it's gonna be a painful, slow process of getting through
Like
this.
as a kid,
Like I feel like I should
you
be
had
filling up
NyQuil.
this cup. I feel like I should be filling it up. I don't know if y'all probably can't see that. There it is.
There you go.
Gross. Oh my god.
It tastes like childhood.
It tastes like I should never go to that fridge ever again in my life. So, Safeway, you fooled me once. Shame on you. Fool you twice, shame on me. And boy, shame. I felt more shame than Cersei felt in that season of Game of Thrones. It was so much shame.
Oof.
So, I'm giving this a 1.5 out of 10. I do not recommend.
We're on the same page.
I do not recommend.
Unlike you, the more I drink it, the better it tastes.
Well, yeah, so you got a whole like alcoholism thing going on. With me, it's just pain. It's just pain.
Coming back at you.
Speaking of pain, we're going to go back to this 2023 failure that I had. And, I pride myself on this because in the last episode, I guess episode 2023, season 2, episode 1, I made fun of Jermaine because he went to a Halloween party and he vomited. And he did not make it through the year without vomiting. Lo and behold, 2023 was supposed to be puke-free. 2023. Your boy ended up in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh.
Your boy was being a bro. He was trying to help the homies get something, Being a wingman that he is, he's like, you know what? Let's see where the night takes us. Let's go to this stranger's house. Let's keep drinking. Bro. Let's drink all of the Belvedere vodka. Let's take shots of green tea shots and then switch to tequila. That was the mistake. The tequila shots, they were so money. And I remember waking up in the morning. I was like, I feel nauseous. I don't want to do anything. They're like, yo, let's just get some food in us. I'm like, all right, bet. I can't remember the restaurant, but I can remember the Crocs because there was a man in the stall next to me taking a shit. And he had some fucking new Crocs on. Well, I'm in the other stall puking my life away.
Damn.
Like, I was dying. So, 2023 was not a flawless victory for me. I vomited. And, it hurt me to say that out loud, but I'm glad that I feel comfortable with you all to share that with you.
Hey, look, man.
2023 wasn't like.
It happens to the best of us. Now, I don't know, man. The ring, puke free since 2024. Hey, make that the goal, man. Next goal. I'm trying to keep this rolling. Trying to keep this rolling
Yeah.
because I died October 2022. This time, very patient. Took my time. I became an adult.
That's fire.
Not with you. No, not about you. Like with me, I
No,
was
no, I
like,
felt it though.
no, it won't for you, dog. It won't for you. No shots to you. You were doing for being a bro. And also, them shots, bro. Like one thing, one of my friends told me this a long time ago, and I was like, bro, weakness. I was like, you just had to tell me. Just tell me that you a bitch. Like, I mean, just let me know. And he was like, look, man, I don't take shots no more because I just end up dying. So I only stick with beer. And I was like, man, weak. Fast forward, damn near almost 10 years. And I was like, I do shots, but marginally. Like, I do every, like, for events. When I'm feeling it, I got to make sure I got some food in me. Don't cross, the real colors is crossing colors. I think that was no, you didn't cross colors because you went from
Oh.
vodka.
Well, no, because the green tea shot has whiskey in it.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so I was all the way fucked up. And I don't know about you, but if you ever fall asleep without brushing your teeth after a night out and you
Oh,
cross colors, the taste in your mouth is just the worst. And
oh.
nothing can fix it after. If you wait till the morning, nothing can fix it. Brushing
No,
your teeth
nothing
don't
can
fix
fix
it.
it. Because even if you brush
It's
your
the
teeth, I
worst.
feel
So
like it's still there. Like it's just less. But it was like the day after if
yeah.
you didn't, ugh, the worst. But I mean, like you said, like my failure was not making it at the games, making it into the game studio. It was something else I think I didn't do. Damn, I don't know. I don't remember something. I don't fucking know. But
It's all
that
good.
was the biggest one for me. And like as we move forward, we got at least our failures that we want to prepare for in the future. What are we looking for in 2024? And overall, like the wrap up. Let's just wrap up 2023. Like, how do you feel 2023 went for you as a whole?
Woo! As a whole, 2023, it's
In
been
one
it's been
word.
a one word. Damn. All right. So we're gonna be quick about this. You put me on the spot because you got me going
No,
first
I'm
with
just
this.
trolling you, dog. Go ahead. Just speak the truth. I'm just fucking with you.
Now, 2023 has been an amazing year. It brought me another niece and another nephew. It has brought me to a place I've never seen. I went to Paris, like you said.
Wow,
Got to
yeah.
reconnect with some friends at Randolph Reunion. Got to make memories in Charleston with some old friends. Made some worse memories in Williamsburg with some old friends. um, and it was a hard year on top of that, with being sick a couple times towards the end of the year, missing out on Thanksgiving. That was like a hardship. Like Thanksgiving got canceled pretty much because of me, and I think I had chicken pox at the time.
Yeah.
um so yeah, it's been a year full of emotion, but like I said last week, a year of growth, a lot of changes, a lot of challenges. Me trying to work on this running, like I feel like I'm a better person overall at the end of the year than when I started the year. And as long as I can continue this trajectory into 2024, bro, you can't touch me. I'll be unstoppable. So
And
it's been a great year.
I want to actually bring that echo that too. Like it sounds like it's been a great year, but like what you said, I feel like is very profound. If at the end of the year you feel like you've grown, like yeah, the goals that we make, the resolutions, the goals, the intentions that we make, and if it falls through, if it's not what you're there or whatever, if you feel like at the end that when you look back at that other person and that old person and you can see the growth, I think you won. Like, I mean, I even remember like vaguely like how our intentions and stuff when we were growing, like when we were growing up together, like 20s and stuff like that. A year was just a year, right? It was like oh, okay, I get my grind, I can like make this. It was filled with things you did. Like, yeah, you can make goals, fulfill those goals. I need to make more money. I need to get wet. I need to travel more. I need to have a hobby. You make these
Get wet
achievements,
again.
and you make these achievements, right? But then at the end, you feel like you were still that same person you was at the beginning, just with more stuff that you did. Like, does
Mm-hmm.
that like? I feel like
No,
now.
that makes sense because I remember back in our 20s. Sorry, I always bring this up just because our fat boy years. All we did was eat and talk shit about other people being fat while we were gaining weight. So when you said that we like just gain more, but we're the same. Like literally, we were gaining weight, but we were still the same mindset. Like we
Mhm.
had this shit figured out. We knew what we were doing. Like there was nothing left for us. We thought we knew everything.
Yeah.
And I think that a part of growth is realizing that you don't know everything, and that you can always improve and learn and do more. And I think that these past couple of years, even I think it helped with the podcast
Yeah.
of us just being on a platform, just sharing our feelings, sharing what we're going through, our thoughts, and it kind of helped having this thought exercise where it's like bringing two different philosophies together and like having an understanding, like, oh, it challenges yourself. You're like, oh, I didn't look at the world that way. It could be different. Gives you a different perspective, and I think that those different perspectives led to me to grow and get better and want to continue to grow. So
Oh,
it's
100%,
it's
bro.
been great.
It's great. Like, and I say the same thing for me. Like, y'all been hearing from the podcast the last couple of months that I've just said I've been the best I've ever been mentally, and mentally, emotionally, physically, and socially. Like, I've been able to put up boundaries. Like, I never thought I'd be able to put up to. Like, I thought like if I didn't have my therapist for like without like every 2 weeks, I would fall apart. I went from seeing my therapist every 2 weeks. Well, I went for seeing her every week this year. Went for it every week to every 2 weeks to once a month. And then I missed a month, so it's been
Mm-hmm.
2 months. And I'm like, oh shit, I had to like remind myself when the next meetings is gonna be because I'm doing so well. And it's nothing against her or like the act of therapy. I think therapy is awesome. Like we always talk, get therapy if you need it. But that being said, like this year itself, the growth I would say for me it was like a roller coaster. Like I went from high highs to low lows. Like I was like lack of better term, I was bipolar. And look, I ain't gonna say I ain't trying to get canceled. I don't know what now is like look all I'm saying is it felt like my life was ping ponging, right? Either I was sporadic, I was like, I wanna do this, I wanna do that, I wanna do this, going into debt, you feeling depressed. Um, doing all the shit that I did, I thought I needed to do to make the world make myself feel much like more for the world versus doing the things that I wanted to do. So it's a lot of self discovery this year, a lot of self worth, self growth. And yeah, man, I feel like the person I see now in the mirror, like one, I couldn't even look at the dude in the mirror before in the start of the year. Not saying it was, whatever, like but it was like it was more like I saw that person like if you see yourself, but I didn't really know who he was, and now I know who I am. So like, bro, like I gotta say, this year has probably been the best year I've had in a long time. The connections I made, like, and the bonds that I've deepened, like it's no, and even the bonds that I've repaired, like it's been nothing. It's been nothing like it, and it's just so great to see that. Yeah, I didn't get the dream job yet, but before I used to be like, "Fuck, I'm stupid. Why didn't I do that? I was
It's
lazy. I was
coming.
in this, huh?
That's it's coming. The dream job's
It,
coming. You just gotta
it,
keep
it
grinding, keep working for it.
exactly because I used to always think like if it didn't happen when I had this fixed time set, then it was something that I did wrong. I didn't let it work. Because
Mm-hmm.
for real, like I talked about earlier in this episode, the game development stuff. I went from struggling learning this new coding language, struggling trying to understand these concepts of algorithms, struggling to the point now I see it. I'm like, all right, I don't know how to do this, but I can look this shit up and understand it. Just like Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
struggling, barely could say me. Me, I'm about to fuck it up. Me llamo Miguel. Like call me Miguel. Like barely could say that. Barely could say shit, and now I can understand like some Spanish. music, television show. But before I used to be like, I'm not there yet. So then I would put myself in a box. I'd be like, I failed. But you didn't. You grew. So that mindset shift has changed so much. And I credit this year and this podcast and my friend Martin and our other co-host Catherine for being on this one, and my many other friends that are listeners that have really established this. And I hope this podcast reach out to y'all and help y'all see that you're growing too. We're always growing. We don't know everything, but once you realize like you ain't the shit and you can just get better, that's beautiful. Like you always get better because once you feel like you the shit, you start growing. At
I
least
love finding. I was just saying, I love finding parts of myself that need improvement because I love the challenge of it. Like I was talking to our friend. Well, yeah, I guess my friend. Yeah. I was gonna say our friend, but you don't really know her. So I was talking to Jasmine, our friend,
she
my
can be
friend
my friend.
Jasmine.
I hear all the time.
Yeah, you hear about her all the time because we're running the marathon together. But I like was on Instagram and I got a reel sent. I got a reel about like people bulking, like in the gym bulking for the winter, getting ready for the summer. And like I sent that and I was like, listen, I can't wait for this marathon to end so that I can go back to bulking. Like I'm seeing everybody getting bigger and in shape, and I'm just like getting stronger. I'm like, man, if I put on that muscle, it's gonna slow me down. Like I can't wait to go back because now I lost a whole bunch of like strength trying to get into this running shape, and I'm just like, if I get back to that lifting, it's gonna be another challenge to get bigger and stronger, and I'm just ready for the next. I'm ready for the next challenge. I'm ready for the next thing. So I love, and something else that you mentioned that I think that you can add on to it. You were talking about you not getting the developer job in this calendar year. You said that it's not a failure, and I think it is a failure. But a failure also doesn't mean that you're not going to succeed. I think if you accept the fact that you can fail but continue working towards it after the failure, that shows growth. And if you're not, if you just fail and you're like, all right, that's it, I'm done with this job, I'm done with this, I'm gonna try something else, I'm gonna do something else, like that's not growth. You're just quitting. So you can
Mm-hmm.
fail, but as long as you continue to push forward until you get to it, it's not like you're at the end of the day you succeeded. So
Right.
just keep on striving, keep pushing towards it, and bro, you're gonna be down the street from me. You're gonna be
Exactly.
out
I'll be
Bethesda.
down the street.
You're gonna be working in the studio. They're gonna be like, "Oh shit, this is our lead game developer, Jermaine Harris, out here doing big things."
That's right. And like I agree with you. And I want to just restate that failure is not the end. It's just another opportunity to grow. Failure is not the end. It's just another opportunity to grow. And with that, let's start out talking about our intentions, our projections, or our resolutions for 2024. So
I refuse to use the word resolution. Our
why is
goals
that?
for
What's wrong
20
with resolution, bro? It's
because
too
people don't
white.
stick to their
True.
resolution. It's too many syllables. First of all, I can't spell it, so personally, I take offense to that. All right, so we're gonna stick with goals because it's short, simple, to the point, and people reach their goals. People don't reach their resolutions. So, what are your goals for 2024?
People also reach for the sky, but they can't grab it. All right.
Also, people use resolution only at the end of the year, but they don't use it for the rest of the year.
But
Goals.
that's true.
Goals. You know what? Resolutions are juice, but goals, that's sauce. You know what to say about sauce?
Sauce is forever.
Sauce is pepper.
Sauce
Sauce is
is
pepper.
forever.
Goals are pepper.
So
Go ahead, bro.
my
What's your goals?
my goals for this year, I have a lot, but I'm gonna try to condense it into like a couple categories. Work, health, and hobbies, and social. Social can be love, connections, whatever, right? So for work wise, get the job at Bethesda this year. Don't know when. I want to aim. My aim is to be there by summer. That's the aim. But anywhere in between, but this year is the year. So that's work goal. My physical goal is to I don't know if I want to run a marathon too soon, but definitely continue to get stronger. Whatever activity brings my way, lose a little bit more body fat, whatever. But really, it's just to stay healthy. I think that was my biggest thing. But if I had to give a tangible goal, lose 10 pounds. Not 10 pounds. God, I barely got 10 pounds. Lose
I was like,
to
what?
lose. How many percent body fat I got? Like what? I lose 3% body fat by the end of the year. Tangible goals. We do tangible goals. Um,
Okay.
Physical and be able to do 2 1-arm push-ups. That's the goal.
Nice.
Solo too. I can do 5, but and then I said social. Social is I'm gonna continue with the Spanish. Definitely I wanna be fluent, at least semi fluent, like B what the fuck? I don't even know the levels. I'm assuming it's B2. That's the second to like complete fluency. So I want to be
Okay.
upper intermediate Spanish. I'm at A2 between B1, so I want to be upper intermediate Spanish and begin starting Mandarin by the end of the year. Um, and
Nice.
connections wise, just I want to hang out with my friends more now that my finances are becoming a little bit adjusted. Like I really want to go do stuff, see the city, our city a little bit more, but if I have the money, travel to at least one state, different state this year. It might be New Orleans, it might be Colorado, but
Ooh.
but
Ooh.
definitely want to find a state to go to. And then what else did I say? Connections and hobbies. So, well, not hobbies, but I want to get certified in CPR and believe. Well, I want to be a first responder, civilian first responder. So I'm gonna get certified in first responding. Um,
Nice.
and yeah, those are my big like tangible goals. Like I have like little sub goals like hobbies, things I want to do, and stuff like that. But get a job at Bethesda, become a B2 or upper intermediate Spanish, um, lose 3% body fat, two 1-arm push-ups, and why specifically two? I'm just trying to get the
I was
ground.
like, why two? That's just like the baseline.
That's the baseline. I want to be able to do 10, but we'll see if I can do at least one by the end of the year. Um,
Okay.
and then travel to at least one state. And when the podcast go, I want to get this Patreon ready for you guys set up for you. So yeah, those are my big goals for 2024. How about you? You did your
Man.
homework. I did. This is off the top of the dome. You even said this in our
No, no, no,
the
no. It's funny
2023
because
episode. You're like, hey, we're gonna read. If you're gonna make a speech, best believe make sure you write it down.
if I could share my screen right now, which I probably could, but I am literally trying to like write down those categories you had. I should have done it when you were talking because now I forgot them.
All
But
right,
I
so
think
it's
you started
work.
with professional.
Okay,
You had like a professional goal. So professional goal for me, I want to get certified in at least one more thing. Get some more letters behind my name. It might be getting my CISA. It might be getting my cloud security essential certificate. I just want to get one more cert under my belt by the end of the year. That's my professional goal. What was the next one you said?
I said
Physical.
physical.
Physical. Physical goal. I want to drop 10 more pounds, get my body fat down a little bit more, but definitely drop 10 more pounds. Like, I feel like that's a tangible goal. The less tangible goal is to drop 20. I don't know if I really want to go that far. I probably don't. To be honest, I don't. So maybe 15. I would say 15. Like, I think that, yeah, that's a good range. So 10 to 15 pounds again. If I lose that, I'll be right where I want to be. Also, completing the marathon and not quitting.
That's right.
A big part of that is I get 3 medals for finishing this race. So if I can start the year with 3 medals around my neck, you can't tell me nothing. Um, what's the next one?
Skills,
Connection.
skills or
Oh,
connections.
skill.
Either one. Yeah.
I'll do connection. Connection. I want to spend more time with my friends, similar to what you said, and not use distance as an excuse. uh, I know I'm far away from a lot of my friends, and I do want them to know that it's not like I really do want to spend time with them. I really do want to see them, and I'm making efforts and strides to get around to seeing them a lot more. And in the same breath of connections, I want to spend more time with not only my nieces and nephews, but also my goddaughter. I want to just make sure that I make time throughout the year to, see them, make sure they're doing okay, and try to be an active member in their life. So that's one of my connection goals. I guess in that same breath, since we're talking about kids, I want to get my wife pregnant. Like
There
that's
you go.
something on my to-do list. It's been a complete fail. That's TMI. Anyway, that's on my to-do list. I wanna lead this year and being able to celebrate Father's Day moving forward.
That's
I
right.
think that's a nice way to put that. Not a Father's Day at this point is going to be a disappointment. So first half of the year, I'm gonna get her pregnant at some point.
Hey, y'all look, putting all the prayers. All the prayers
Yes.
out. And
What's the
then
next one?
skill.
Skill. I want to be ranked number 1 in Madden. I'm kidding.
There you go.
No, skill wise,
Well, you
I don't
said
think
like
there's
it's
any
something
skills.
like
But you know what I
running,
will
like
put?
even finishing the. Go ahead.
But one of the skills that I will put, and I guess it's not really a skill, but it's more of a mental health thing that I want to continue to do, is I got back into journaling. I've had a 4-day streak right now. I want to continue that. I want to see if I can get through the full year without missing a beat.
I
So I
like
have
that.
it downloaded on my phone and my iPad. I typically update it on my iPad, but I have it backed up to the cloud now, so I can open it up on both devices. So I have no excuses. All I gotta do is just start journaling my thoughts. So
Perfect.
that's one thing I want to do, and the other thing I want to do, which was on my mind and then I forgot it now. Hold on, it's gonna come back to me. It's a mental health thing. Ah, I want to read a book every month. I want to read a new book every month. So 12 books total by the end of the calendar year. And I'm not going to start with the ones that I already started. So I'm going to start new, fresh in January. I'm going to finish the book that I'm reading now, and then and I might reread the Atomic Habits because I think there's some
Okay.
lessons there that I need to come back to. But 12 books total, and I think those are my goals for next year. So
I'm gonna
we'll
piggyback
see
with
if I.
you on the book goal. I'll join in.
Nice. All right,
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna get some books. We're gonna be some book reading mother lovers.
that's right. That's what I like to hear. And I like it instead of like you said, skill is practice. So I agree. Like a practice that you want to add on into your life, maybe fuck play basketball more. I don't know. Be like one in league. I don't know. But like a practice, I think a practice like something that enriches. Enrichment. There we go. An enrichment.
Enrichment.
Yeah, there we go. An enrichment. I think that can go a long way. Go on long walks. Whatever. Go out, touch grass every now and then. Don't be in the house all day. Um, but yeah, no, I like that. I
Spend
like
less
those.
money.
Huh? Spend
I said
less
spend
money.
less
Yes,
money
bro.
on fast food. Not paying for delivery.
And on that note, and on that note, and on that note, guys, thank you guys for listening to us. Thank you for being with us all of 2023. We are glad and happy that you guys are with us on this journey for 2024. Let us know in the comments your goals. We don't use resolutions here. What are your goals this year? And also, if you want to even comment on like what significant thing happened in 2023, please leave it in the comment below on our YouTube channel and our Instagram. I'm already cutting in on what you're doing. Where can they send this stuff at?
Yes, you can find us at Instagram and YouTube at Unsolicited Counseling. You can find us at Facebook at Unsolicited Counseling Podcast. And you can find us via email at uadvicepodcast@gmail.com.
All right, guys. And as always, we love you guys. Here for you guys. One drink at a time. Ooh,
Yeah.
I actually got me lit, bro. One episode at a time. Be easy,
Nice.
y'all.
Laters.